What's up guys, Ryan here. So I wanted to do a video talking about print on demand as a passive income business model and also talk about how we can sell custom printed products through Printful. So what is print on demand? Print on demand means that we can sell products like custom t-shirts with designs that maybe we come up with and not actually own the finished product. We don't actually need to produce it until after it's sold. That's the on demand part. The print part is that we put some sort of a design on it that the customer likes enough to actually buy from us. Now, part two, what if we just got that order? How in the heck are we going to go get the raw materials for the shirt and put our design on it? That sounds like a lot of work and pretty complex. And I'm sure if you've ever thought about selling your own apparel, you've probably stopped there because you either had to figure out how to buy that machinery and work it, or we can farm the work out to a third-party company like Printful that's much better equipped to handle these orders for us. They have produced something like, actually, I think they tell us, it says 13.6 million items have been produced and delivered since 2013, but that number's probably out of date. They update it every now and then. But someone who's already done it 13 million times is definitely better equipped than we are. They already have the machinery, they've got the expertise, they've got the staff. So it makes a lot of sense to farm that work out to them. And what's actually even more awesome about Printful is they have integrations that allow us to pretty much automate almost the entire process after we create products for sale. Now, the next part of the problem is, oh, by the way, I should mention before we even get into it, joining Printful is free. Printful has competitors. You've got plenty of choices for print-on-demand production partners. What sets them apart? Well, one of the things is that they're not charging you up front to use their service. Another one is that their UI is absolutely awesome and gives you as much control as I've seen using any of their competitors over your own business through the UI. You don't have to constantly be in contact with their support team if you have to change an address or something simple, something that you should have the ability to do, which a lot of print-on-demand production partners for some reason do not give you the ability to do. So anyways, Printful's free to use, and they have these integrations that allow you to connect with some of the most popular e-commerce platforms in the world. So what I just did there is I clicked stores on the left-hand side, and then I clicked choose platform. Within choose platform, you can see they have a bunch of options for integrating with popular e-commerce sites. Big ones include Etsy. They have an Amazon integration, which for some reason, there it is. Amazon integration, eBay, Wish. I'm using all of the above. I'm using it for a custom Shopify store for my biggest website that gets 300,000 hits a month that I started in college. I have a custom apparel store associated with that. And I think out of these, that is the extent that I've used Printful with relation to the integrations with e-commerce websites and platforms. But you can get started on Etsy for free, believe it or not. And I have a demo store set up right here. And if you're a non-technical person thinking, oh, well, setting that up must be hard, right? There has to be some catch. I have a walkthrough published on my website, and I'll show you in a second how you can get access to all this information for free, walking you through exactly how to do it. But it's literally, I think, 3 clicks. You don't even need to, if you had to integrate it with Amazon, there's a little bit more to it. With Etsy, I think it's 3 clicks. They made it incredibly simple. So definitely don't worry about that. And I already have, this is my demo Printful account, if you will, and I have it already set up with a demo Etsy account. So real quick, I just wanted to show you how quickly and easily you can create a product in Printful and push it to Etsy once that sync is established, and then publish it in Etsy. So what I did here is I went to the stores on the left-hand side navigation. Under product sync, I'm going to hit add. And you can create custom t-shirts for as low as $7.95. And a cool thing about Printful is the more you sell each month, the more of a discount you get the following month. Now, there's a minimum threshold that you have to meet in order to get a discount, but it really incentivizes you to focus on growing your print-on-demand business for one. And then for two, I guess that's really it. You just really need to grow your print-on-demand business. But the incentive is really that, number one, you want to meet the minimum threshold. And then number two, you just want to keep pushing. And because, again, the more you sell, the more of a discount you get the next month. So what I just did, again, is I went to stores. Then I went to add product under product sync. And it launches the wizard automatically. But you can also just go and click add product behind there. And if you wanted to sell a custom t-shirt, they're as low as $7.95. But again, you can get that discounted lower if you're selling high volume. This is a Gildan shirt. I've done a review on YouTube about the Gildan shirt. I'm a big fan personally. It's unisex. I've sold over 1,000 of these through my Etsy store and literally never had a single complaint about it being unisex or it being, I don't know, uncomfortable or the fit being off. Right hand to God, never had a single complaint. I've done a video where like I ordered them in every color and kind of just modeled them with a little like RyanHogue.com promotion on that. So you can dig that up on my YouTube channel. But this is how easily you can create a custom t-shirt. You don't even really need to be in Photoshop. Printful has a wizard where you can add text designs extremely easily. Oh yeah, and you can embroider t-shirts, which is super cool and a great way of setting yourself apart from the competition. But there's typically an additional fee, one-time fee associated with embroidering. So all you have to do now that we've selected the product is go ahead and hit this design tab. And we have different colors we can choose from. It's more popular to select dark colored shirts. Also, it's easier to like design for the 4 dark colored shirts as opposed to white and then everything else. So I typically will go with the 4 dark color. Click this design tab and then click add text. So we don't even need to upload our own designs. We can make a design super simple. So I usually say hug dealer. It's play on words from drug dealer, but usually do this as my demo design. So I'm going to change the text color to white, and you can choose from a bunch of different fonts that they made available here. So we could use like permanent marker, looks pretty cool. Make that text nice and big and bold. As you can see here, if we zoom in and turn the grid off, get a nice preview of the shirt against a model wearing the shirt. All you have to do is hit next or proceed to mockups. Their wizard will, or their mockup template generator will generate a bunch of different options that you can push to your store as the primary thumbnail. I've actually also done another blog post on my website about how with Etsy specifically, because with Amazon you have to have the white background, which is why most of these have the white background, but with Etsy you don't. So one advanced strategy with selling on Etsy is to stand out in the search results page by coming up with a custom primary thumbnail, because in search results they're only going to see the primary thumbnail. So after that you don't have to worry about customizing anything else. People talk to me about like Placeit, place.it, and they ask me if I use it. Guys, there's no need to pay in my opinion for that. Not that there aren't successful stores using it, but like I'm doing just fine with a very simple like Photoshop template that I use where I just magic wand the white background off, create a nice custom thumbnail. It's working great for me. So typically I use the flat mockup because if I am selling it as a unisex shirt that will be bought by male and female, I don't want to imply that it's one than the other by selecting a model that's male or female. So I typically do flat mockups. Then you can click proceed to description and do all of your text. And real quick, I just want to show you how easily, because everybody's selling t-shirts, but guys, Printful has a wide selection of hats and they do great embroidery for hats. I've probably sold more t-shirts than hats at this point, but like my first big success on Printful was selling hats on Etsy, well, and on Amazon. Let me show you my favorite hats. So my favorite hat to sell, well, actually I probably have 2. I love the classic dad hat Yupong right here for $15.95, although they did just introduce recently a new dad hat, which previously the cheapest dad hat was $15.95, but this distressed one is $14.95, so it's a nice lowish price point there. There's also beanies for as low as $13.75, and where is the other Yupong snapback? This one right here, this flat bill Yupong 6007. I've sold so many of these. It's ridiculous. They have, it looks like 7 colors. I typically uncheck white, again, because if you're going to put like white text, then you can pretty much have white text on any background color other than white. And then again, design, just use the text tool. If you use the text tool, guys, the digitization fee, that one-time digitization fee that I mentioned for embroidery, is reduced from $6.50 to $3.95. And again, once you've paid this once with your first sale, you don't have to pay it again, so it increases your profit margin on every sale that follows. So all I'm going to do is hit add text. I'll say hug dealer. So in this case, you are picking from their embroidery colors, so you have more of a limited selection with what colors you can choose. I'm going to choose the white embroidery. You can increase the text size there, or I can just dynamically resize. It looks like clicking to increase the text size for some reason bugged out the previewer and reset the text to black, so I won't do it that way. But there we go. Maximize the design space. Looks good. It even puts like a little bit of a textured pattern over top to preview what it would look like when it's embroidered. And that's pretty much it. So then you hit proceed to mockups, choose whichever one you want to be the default on Etsy. Also, when you get to Etsy, you can rearrange them, so it's not a problem. And that's it. Yeah, so then you hit proceed. Okay, this is where you set up your title, your description. If you're pushing to Etsy, set up those 13 tags. This video wasn't meant to be an Etsy video. It was really meant to highlight Printful. But I just wanted to show you an example of how quickly and easily you can get started today. Like, it's so easy to think of 10 reasons why it's like, oh yeah, tomorrow I'll follow along, whatever. No, you can get started right now. Time yourself. See if you can get it done in 15 minutes or less. I bet you can. Click proceed to pricing. Keep in mind, guys, when you look at the profit preview right here, I'm going to zoom in. It says $5.55, but if you're selling on platforms like Etsy or Amazon are two of the biggest, most popular ones, every sale, they're going to take a referral fee. So you're not actually going to get paid $5.55. You're going to probably lose, if it's Etsy, you're going to lose about 10% of that. Well, of your entire sale, sorry. So if you sell for $25, you're going to pay Etsy $2.50-ish. And if it's on Amazon, it's going to be around like 15 to 17% usually in my experience. So just keep that in mind. Factor that in. This is basically what it's projecting through Printful. So this is just like what Printful's saying. If you were to sell at $19.50 based on the base cost that you pay Printful to produce it, that's what you'd pay. And then also there's shipping on top of that. So, but by default, if you just set up, another question I get sometimes is like, oh, well, what do I do about shipping in Etsy? It'll push your products to Etsy with baseline Printful shipping templates. Just leave those. Just leave those. No need to complicate it. There's this new thing that Etsy's doing with like a free shipping guarantee. And all that means is if someone orders $35 or more from you, they get free shipping. And someone asked me the other day, like, well, what does that mean within Printful? Well, it means nothing within Printful. Etsy and Printful exist independently of each other, right? Printful's just fulfilling your orders. But if someone's ordering $35 worth of stuff from you, for one, like Printful's, they do have a flat rate shipping option, but it's better to just use dynamic shipping, because if someone orders 2 t-shirts, why would you pay flat rate for both when, if it's going to the same destination, you can save money by just measuring the package, weighing the package with 2 shirts, and then shipping it and pocketing the difference if your customer paid flat rate. Like, your customer can pay flat rate and you can ship it with dynamic rates. I talk about that in some of my older videos about like more advanced e-commerce tips using Printful. Anyways, guys, you push this to Etsy, it goes live on Etsy. You're now participating in e-commerce as a passive income stream in addition to whatever else you do for money. It's something that you should be excited about, especially heading into Q4. I'm recording this video on October 29th, so it's crunch time right now to be pushing products to your e-commerce stores. I just wanted to show you something else real quick so that you have a reason to trust me. So here are my stats as of today for my my 2 biggest stores, my 2 biggest e-commerce stores. So my Etsy shop has done $75,000 of sales to date, fulfilled by Printful, without even looking at profit. $75K. My Amazon.com account has done $72.5K fulfilled through Printful, and then my Amazon.co.uk account has done $4,200 basically. So in total, that's over $150,000 worth of sales through Printful. If you're wondering, this isn't like a full-time job of mine. I work 2 jobs in addition to doing basically everything else, the YouTube channel, the Printful Etsy stuff, the Printful Amazon stuff, whatever else I got going on. So like, this is truly passive, and it's truly like something that you can do in your spare time as a hobby. Like, I'll watch TV. I have a TV right above my computer monitor. I got the TV game, baseball game on, football game on, basketball game on, whatever. And I just make some designs, and it's relaxing, and I make a little bit of side money. I would challenge you to get started and see what you're able to achieve, within reason. Like, if you have a little bit of spare time, throw a couple t-shirts up on an Etsy shop. It's free. If you're really serious about it, get started with Amazon as well, because that's where the most customers are. And if you want to make money selling anything in life, follow the customers, right? Also, I promised you that I had a free tutorial that will walk you through getting started with Printful Etsy integration step by step. And I'm a man of my word. It's available. I'll put a link in the description, but all you have to do is give me your email and your first name. And every day, I will deliver a new lesson to your inbox for the next 8 days, walking you through exactly what you need to do to get an optimized Etsy shop open. Again, it's free. There's like a 20-cent listing fee per listing, but I mean, it's like nothing really. And that's really it. And this is basically, if you want it all at once, all the content at once you're on the mailing list, there will be an option to just download the full, what is it, like something like 50-page ebook all at once. So guys, I'm not asking anything in return. It's literally free. There's no reason not to take advantage of it. If you've watched this far in the video, go ahead. I'll put the link right there in the description. And I hope you're as excited about taking advantage of Printful and what it can do for us and for our e-commerce print-on-demand passive income businesses in the fourth quarter, when everybody is buying stuff as gifts for Christmas and for whatever holiday that they celebrate. So I got a big smile on my face because I can't wait to see what happens. And by the way, stay tuned. I publish passive income reports each month on my website, ryanhogue.com. So again, when you sign up for the free mini course, just keep an eye out for, actually, you know what? You'll be on my email list. So you'll get an email from me once a month just talking about my numbers from the previous month, so that you can see how long it took me to build my business up to the levels that it's at today. And hopefully in the future, they'll continue to scale and grow even bigger. But I just want you guys to have a realistic idea of like what you can expect with, you know, I do Amazon FBA, Amazon merch, non-Amazon merch print on demand, which I call Dropshipped print on demand, and some other things. So stay tuned for that stuff, guys, if you're interested. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Please check out Printful. Get your business started. Don't think of a reason why not. Think of a reason to get going today. Get going now. And if you have any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up below and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you at the next one.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at ryansmethod.com. Thank you.